Baba Joma Baba Sikka 89.5 and Mire Sia Kase3 6Pm Sama Hodwa. Ya sama fa falasa na kwaja boson soma ye ya transfer kan kan nyina soma ya Kase3 information center Saudi to abeten Facebook ne so ye Sikka FM 895 live YouTube ye Sikka FM 895 official TikTok ana I say at Sikka FM ewe anwumere sama ya de somo de makotene bi eni Attorney General wanukura yada na yesuafo a wo hwatentene ne hunsam aso Dr. Dominic Akrotenga ayene kyeresa nyadia obema obi ato pressure ediama no se asemu ekyenkyena afane kokoto eda bokwadu ena yese wabra onwie ne hwehwemu Dr. Dominic ayene kroya so aba bekyerem ayonkofa da or minor anti-corruption agencies any afe Attorney General Traye any Auditor General Traye any afe Office of the Special Prosecutor oba bekyerem ayonkofa ededa do mo entem mra shabedwamo dom kuma ne kyerese enra one more swadi no krata de beto wo monim se enadwuma wo be na anti LGBTQI+ me ware da sai eka ho eno mu ko fie ho no ma sa LGBT ho ahware e ho sam kura enka adwuma ya wo ba ba ye ne ho nanso dom kase no aba be ya no Samuel Oku jeto black kwana yeso for share amahodo ho nsam so was say abide guswe kasa said ye beya United Nations Security Council bibrem ha yenso so ye benya namusini e was a council no eso na CEO the Mashamo group of companies chesa ura num a ejina MPP amanyoko no mu pre Franka Crawford bira no ondo hwemu a Kennedy wa hene Japan ena sefata from so chechebon electoral area wo suta kwa mai beboso mensi ne mo assembly members wo ho say from so twene na say di akra mienu kodada to mo sere mpanyifo omoma ye twene no emfa emmo ensamwe ni afoforo bi nwumere yi yesi wo nkonya be kenkan nyina da asommo kenkan fa wote enka ye me rante enu aba maame efumwa kafena mene ajwa nyako abronoma trake wine ye gina so aba Sikka FM trake wine ye ni akro
Sikka FM 89.5 Yes Suma Santimai Sikka FM 89.5 Yes Suma Santimai
Yes Suma Santimai ne Ghana man ye wiase nyina kan wa fei ye wura esomne mo ankasa Abairo ya pani wanukro yada ne hwe yesuafo wo hwe Ghana ya tantre ne ho nsam aso Dr. Dominic Akrotenga ayene en wache se amafo kasa Ghana fo no waduane de wo mu ni le enso wasamba obeka pa mafo DJ guni chempa na pampam sa ane wora report ya baba to na so de da enkofo wo mu hu bomu enkofo abandada no Ghana fo de adwuma he wo mu sa na nado mo adwuma ye ya wo mu office ya wo mu kwatena wo mu de abu nkofo huni mu wo mo de anam mo nsa so men ya hiri sika wo mu adi sika wo chese but ni nyina baba to onim a wonim ni nyina adenti na besi nei wo mo wo bia kwa duntwen wo bia nko gina mrana no asabrei wo bia ni mra empre adenti a anka sabre kura enipa bese num ansia edudu nwotwe na nko mo gina mrana no na wo mo ni mra yi twetwe na mra yi ko mo chimpra anka ye enso Attorney General ye huni woye en wode wada sa brazo kwa na eko ana wo bia ni sika na worafu akukuku en wo mo baye sa ade no ana adenti na papa no watwentwan ne na asesa ora report no hwi ni mo na ebu ho so kokoto ntra na papa ne kire se amafo kansam wono so ate enso nya dia obahwa akoma ni tirapoda ontiete town da esan se wo babu obi ko adu se nam ne nsa so mo man na hiri sika anasa ne office ade ma no wode abu nkofo huni wani office ni here anasa wonu kura wowie sika no enya izo ofiti ya na akogwo obi ade ma se dabi asamne beto ni ma se woje brenya daje na wo ye ntwehwemu wo mu ahunu se wodie me boni kwa adu na samne ko gina mra na no onya tokro bia mfem entinyese wo fiti ya no atema asebe twetwe da kwa kosi ni mra na no twen ave ya baba na ansema ode kwa no tokro nko anu ya akra fa mo pie dabi nyasa na obeye enti amanfo kasa omode omo nkasa wanu so wase a oye adwuma oye nhwehwemu wo fifi nsemu ase de beya omo ansa befefafa omo batobatom ho nyina obenya danse mu odu ya tokro bia na baabia Why ya crowd ko jina mrana no a. Ye boni ko adu a wonya ba bi emfamfa kire woni mra no eko ehye yam praso answer. Dr. Akrotenga Ayene.
Now, those who are pushing me to go to court and who are saying that by now convictions should have been obtained. I know you are Ghanaians, you have legitimate expectations of your government officials, including the president and the attorney general. But we need to do a good job. Accountability costs resources. Accountability takes time. And so it is important that Ghanaians are patient so that we have the kind of results that I'm announcing today. Not that I will rush to court. Defense lawyers will come and raise objections, throw my case out, and then the same Ghanaians who wanted me to go to court expeditiously will now turn around and say that Ayene is an incompetent attorney general. I was never an incompetent lawyer in private practice. I don't want to be an incompetent lawyer in public service. So I want us to take our time to do the kind of work that I'm announcing today. And I want to also let you know that I'm under no pressure from any quarters to cut any deals. Mr. President, who is my boss, has never put pressure on me. On the contrary, when I brief him, he gives me his blessing. He doesn't even express an opinion one way or the other. He says, Dominic, I've heard you. All right? The chief of staff has never put pressure on me to cut a deal with anybody. The secretary to the president, Dr. Kase3 6Pm, has never put pressure on me. On the contrary, he encourages me. He says the work is stressful, but I should keep on. The legal counsel to the president, my former boss, has never put pressure on me to cut any deal. Offers have been made, and I have turned all of them down. I told everybody, please go to the court. If you want a plea deal, I'm filing cases. In the Wuntumi case, offers were made to us for a plea deal. I said, no, I'm filing charges. If you want, announce your intention for a plea deal to the judge. That is now my strategy. The MPP took advantage of my saying that I'm open to having plea deals to say, okay, that I was busy cutting deals in the office. No deal has been cut, and no deal will be cut except under the auspices of the court of competent jurisdiction. That is what I have decided, and that is what we are going to do, going forward.
Dr. Dominic Ayene niye wa mamon top pressure manon waneti ko no some fa pressure do obi ko wede ko ya ko to hwe na asam na Ayene was a wede ezuo nim grade ahia to agu oba na mo Ghana fo na mo waneti ko no ko ye no mo asade na bezo Ayene si ka kira bezo wasa na dwuma nso ni sei was a hwe no ye lawyer mpo na dwuma so ni nye na ababa ya attorney general atiase na ne boss Mampani John Dramani Mahama secretary to the Mahama Kase3 wo nyina mfa pressure bia nto masa papa ini Ghana for ya so John Dramani Mahama ono so the boss ni ye ne boss ni ye it is our boss on top pressure ma we are the bosses. Tie betu ma prayer but so oni mo prayer na chi eno agi ne yabisa say wo tie nsama nkofo keka ayi ni de wo twentwene na ase ena ayi ni ijabu wasa ena ayi ni de nkwa na oye ena ayi ni adenti no mo obi kwadu wo tete sa asem no ya wo ho ya wo den say no kan.
The question of how I feel when people say, the oral cases are delaying. I feel frustrated because the work of prosecution is not done by the Attorney General alone. The Attorney General depends on investigators for the raw material to be able to prosecute. So today's announcement of the Rumble in the Jungle is from investigations over the last 8 months. Excellent work done by Mr. Raymond Acha of the Economic and Organized Crime Office and his team. And I want to thank them very much for the wonderful work that they are doing. The oral investigations, also excellent work, is being done by the National Intelligence Bureau. As for them, we don't mention their names. And they are the ones in charge of the 34 instances or cases that were implicated in the oral committee report. And they are also doing excellent work. You can see from the charges we filed in National Service cases that they did an excellent job. You can also see from my briefing on the DRIP case that they are doing an excellent job. So the point is that I have to wait patiently for all these entities to do their work and do the work very well, including, of course, the Financial Intelligence Center. And again, I want to extend, thanks to my junior brother, Kojo Chumbuafo. As for him, I can mention his name. He has been very, very, very critical when we talk about all these bank statements and analysis of bank data. Without him, we can't obtain them. Okay? So there are times that I call him at 2 a.m. because I'm reading an oral report and there's the need to fill in information about bank records, and I call him and say, in the morning, can I get this when you get to the office? And within 2 hours, he'll go and threaten bank managers and get the information for me. All right. So I will zoom into the next question, which is, when. I already said that the dockets, some have started, dockets have been built in others. When the docket comes, we will advise whether there is a prosecutable case. If there is no prosecutable case, and there will be instances where the investigators will differ from the complaints in the order report, okay, because they have investigated and come to the conclusion that there are no acts of criminality. If that is the case, we'll just advise that the docket be closed, all right? Otherwise, we'll proceed to investigation.
Dr. Dominic Akrotenga Ayene.
And that's why Dr. Dominic Ayene and Semno Emuna was also Babichem. Ayoko fa eda or my anti-corruption agencies a hodo any attorney general Trayeno, auditor general Traye area office of the special prosecutor. Now was this saying you were quite doing or mukabom ye juma said dear Baya attorney general Fibia. Report to no or mode come rashe with fie no or met to me aye niema ye abu akonta ye ede atre Ghana enyina was so be nyina dwuma enyo bi e no obi so koye ewie fa machiro bi wo mo nyina anti corruption agencies no any attorney general atena ye auditor general atena ye any office of the special prosecutor o mo nyina akabom eje dwuma said ye be ya akotabu ho nsem ede pepepe ye ebekoso ewo ye maimu enei accountability series ho and a doctor yele and this answer way to giant here.
The relationship between the Attorney General's office and that of the Auditor General will work excellently together. Okay, our collaboration is continuing, especially in respect to the Auditor General's report, the annual report submitted to Parliament. The President is serious that we should take that aspect of the work, and then make sure that those who are found to have engaged in infractions, are punished. And so Mr. President met with us, not only myself and the Auditor General, but also the Chief Justice of the Republic and his team. And the idea is for us to set up special courts that are designated and given the mandate to deal exclusively with matters raised in the Auditor General's report that a border on criminality. And we are going to take a two-pronged approach. Okay, one approach is criminal prosecution. The other is the exercise of the power of disallowance and surcharge under Article 187 of the Constitution. That power is granted to the Auditor General. The Auditor General can disallow an expenditure on the basis that the expenditure is illegal, unlawful, or criminal, and then where it is criminal, refer the matter to me, or where it is simply a matter of civil law, impose a surcharge, disallow the expenditure, and impose a surcharge. So we are going to adopt the two approaches and then make sure that we succeed in making the Auditor General report meaningful to Ghanaians. Then OSP says he's collaborating with my office. That is true. You've seen the exchanges. Yes, we are collaborating. All right. Maybe the pace of collaboration is not something that I have, that I am happy about, and I don't think that Ghanaians are also happy about the pace at which we are collaborating. All right. But yes, the office of the special prosecutor and my office are collaborating.
Sending Muno Munina, Eddie Nicomo, Akaka Boom said ye bear 10 year, and one for some wholesome, Ebebaka, Ewo, Yemaye, Emu, Attorney General Lucan for share attending on so Dr. Dominic, Ayene, any attending Kane.
Was a good soul, Sikka 89.5, and you may know Sikka Kase3 Bob, it was so. Now, Mrahebedum. Now, Mrahebedum, Kumano, actually say. Anti-LGBTQI+++ Marada say, and Nina Kaho, our Bra Bible say, or Quadia quite the Wiem Nipa, quite Edward Baho Nipa, ne quite or Baho Nipa Bema. So I say, aha, oh, Bama, oh, Bema, oh, Nipa. Bible Nakayo, Nipa quite or Baho, or the Baho, so anyone that right gate, right entry point, Aye, nim ho via de hormone wa very romantic area no and e kama amafo bi se da bi enipa kwan wo de bakwa kwatu nipa ho nanso kura amafo because enim ho de se kwa next enim ho de kwa da he nipa kwan ne de enim ho ne bi ni ho kire amafo a kire ho de ensam fata ente se enti Ghana ha de ye ho mira se de be ya je mira ne tumra mampere de nsa ha se pe wo bebu obitu agum bia wo ya kro no mrade betwa wa chipa ma enya sam keto sa biri ene na na do abreso o ene ha ase ya ho ntinu ahwe bebre nti na na do antumi amfa ne nsa ha ase a ono abodwo ne ntimfo dwo reven kwa kan ya nkwafa agi na no asibone ono so aba abonti aba betirechire mu aso wanka sa bia ezo tirechire mu ho na kokosi yi ni nuanom dom kuma no se enna wo mo baba pon firim na hebedwamro ho krata ye de bre wo mo asa krata na so nsam nyina ne se ade che wo chena ye che se na adwuma ebe ni no na until LGBTQI++++ ehwo asem wom ena wo mo ba fie ho a enim ena mo se na ho na kokoye sa ade na nadwo na wo koye sa ye de ten awoyi LGBT na semfiri omodwe ho a wonu mo entiase na mira hebedwamo dom kuma no ba no dani efutu mira hebedwani Royal Alexander Fanyomake osahene eno odi nsemi tudwa se ende omo bae no wo mo hunu anti LGBT no krata so ehun adwuma mo ehunu yenti no.
Only yesterday when we were raising this issue, Mr. Speaker, you were saying that the bill must pass. Now you are in government, you are in the hot seat. When the IMF, the World Bank, IPU threatening, you are now running away, you are saying procedure. Which mistake? There was nothing administratively in error. I dare say for the records, you forced LGBT on the throat of the Akufo-Addo government. Today, you don't want LGBT. You would want it. You use it to win election. Now, when your stakeholders, the international community is warning you, you want to run away. Run to where?
Dom kumani sa dia na fa yari piamo. Mu dwane. Dom kase ni dwane. E dia fi intrumuntu be no ehun. Na dom kase de baba yi ade se osahene nyabotre. Ade no na eyamfomso na baaye. Ena kwaka ho nti omuhu yi pe no mo ka che class so wada be pardon from so abaso enti delete ena no so yi free so na mra hebadwa mo dom kuma no ba no dani onnobo mahama yarega wana de anu ye ema ni nuanom ye tie no.
We indicated that we thought that the bills had been passed by this house already and had been sent to the presidency for assent, and so we didn't see the need to reconsider a bill that has already been passed by this House, waiting for presidential assent, unless the constitutional procedure for returning the bill to us is complied with by the President, for us to reconsider and then use our two-thirds majority to approve the bill, even if the presidency had some issues with it. So Speaker then actually instructed the clerk to reconsider his action. I believe it is in that spirit that today the table office did not advertise that bill.
Honorable Mahama Yarega dom kase ne ba no dani eno no biri wei nya biri foforo biri aba mra hebadware ye nyina ye di hu nkoma ya jatuma na akase mampani ede ne nsa be ha ase keke nti ne ehu ne nti a esese ye sanso de be seketa wa habiem echem se ase afe na aba ye ba be di hu nkomo bi se nti atwe speaker adwensi so no ena speaker e ka se we ne clerk no munyi mfiri mo ena omu yi firi nti na ameto ye nim no
ya ko oswafo hye amahodo nsem so de Samuel Okudje to ablakwa wono so akasa abra ene dai enkomodidie chechireche bi ekos di nyina ye UN United Nations omo 80th anniversary eho na wono abo Samuel Okudje to ablakwa say abai ne bekoso akasa say United Nations Security Council United Nations omo bambo council no e was say bibrem ha say yenya na musini e was a council no so say de be ya ono so betumi de bibrem ha say ye bambo ho nsem akwakoto so bi na aboa ama yeso ye bambo ho nsem so akonka wo wie ye no say de wiase nyina Sikka Kase3 6Pm no emoa bibifro aso ma ye baya aseti ye de bia na abrofo sika ne nko a ene ye bibia de promote anoma ne kosoro ya kase ya bibire bi sika idie ukọ amanse adwa so de ahwan ebon kankanka oho bia be so obete ho asem na ode ade adwuma o se breadru se global financial system no yesesa no na eno so tumi diboa ebibrem amanyi honorable Samuel Okujeto ablakwa.
Indeed, reform of the Security Council remains paramount if we are to restore legitimacy, equity, and trust in global decision-making. Africa's long-standing call for permanent representation on the Council, echoed by regions such as Latin America and Asia, reflects the global demand for a fairer and more inclusive system that mirrors today's geopolitical and economic realities.
Sade be boa ama amanyosama koso na afeso so economy ne ho nsem ejina bra 19 na honorable Samuel Okujeto ablakwa amahodo so afọ the same way kwato dwa wo United Nations 80th anniversary dwumadie no a ekoso enne no ase
yanto akasebo no aso CEO Edema Shama group of companies onu kroya yenkoso hene awanyanchira ne ase na edu jamfi kumanini barema kase ya odikan o chese woni ohwemo awura numnum a ejina Africa for Dibra ewo NPP amanyukomo no Kennedy akompreko ohene Japan kane asen central branch bedwani eno hu se wogina brane ase MPP for the frank kane kura no a betimi aboapa ba ne nwuma wa bia ewo man Ghana mu ene ahofama ne adwuma so a waye ewo man mu ene party ni mu dia na na so onde ohunu se Kennedy na yede frank kane ma na betimi aboapa yintina
Ghana for ugusu awo kasa no bosi atwa bibia afiri ho na edi bibia behim because ye ankasa ye papa ufiri mu ko ye former president ufiri mu ko mani din economy news economy enye sa na me kire de me pese me kire ne se eye akan entokwa na Ghana for mienu eko eye NDC MPP na se de NDC for enim politics ekwan ya mo fa so echichire Obama mu eno na mesre MPP for say wo mo so nyi so sa strategy no na say ampa so bezo mbedi o my Ghana so na yakuba pam ni suba mpamu dia omunya bibia nto na mo fa Kennedy ohene Japan emra eno nkyere se me MPP ni menya NDC me ohene me ni politics eti mesre Ghana fo nyina se obi anfa ne support ye nyina ye nkamom ne nkodi ohene Japan achi Kennedy Japan achi na nyame moa na se oba na obaye Ghana yi ebi beka ye nyina na masre MPP for penny for nyina ye nyina ye huni abana ye koto ye ne hunu de ekoye mesre Ghana for se mama ye nyina ye nkota ohene Japan achi na onye ne yi e me de NDC de se de Muhammad Guso to ne niema no o to ne se ya ebe ye ti ebe fa ebi MPP for so beto to niema ya montoto amu bedina park no so eni ebo de obedi nkudimu no ni adama no nyame nsira obi bia mahu bibi soronko ewo Kennedy Japan ho bebri be pa mcha mumma ye bisa se ye keka no Kennedy betimi a kire ho se obi adwuma we wo ha but ye mpedi fo ya ani abere se wo person mo kire se wo bedi o man yisu obi be peja ne nsa o se masifie kase we nsia ne fie na osisi ba bi no enfa mo bia amra mabunu no yeso su Ghana se se ye ni adwuma ntini ye na mu so ko ni bia ne kwantu a ewu eposo no enti mesre Ghana fo nyina se isese die tiole no ya bre ye pe practical enti mo ma nyina ye support Ken o hene Japan na omwa media ne na abidjan fi kuma ni bari makase medi kan ya tere ne ase media konwa mesre me obia ye medofo obia mentai obia both MPP NDC media me say wa obe ni ye no ni ya tawachi ni ya boa ama ni ma papa etimi aba o magana mu
ene ati ye nyankyere ne ase nkoso hene na eduja mfi kuma ni barima kase a odikan
yakoso ta kwa my people so district ho so assembly members a mo afram so chichibon electoral area o mababonte se afram so twere da so bridge no asai yeso ache nipa mienu kura ena afira to bridge so aye kase o metina nom ewo siedo to mo se o mo sere mpanyifo mehwe na wo mo enya bridge no efa ema wo mo na mo ma akone abedie ho nsem eso entumpo na afei obi ansa nkofa so enwu ebio na assembly member wono ewo empotamu ho a woni ye edi enkomo honorable Samuel Sumwa yentie no
because no how kase a edi abre panse Bibi etwe mananka omo maye ti water case ha na omo twiti su supply kumawu kono any kwawuni nkula aka na sa ha we nyanka ni ha ifise yanka fa se no baby nyanka covet wo ha se ya bra mo be sa ti water project no na ma omo edabeti nso no be fa ha se na mbubu bridges ana se covet na wa se na yesi ehwa nkuru aka wechire no nkuru a do so na so pa so population beti maka se nipa omo akechire no omo be 20,000 na wechire awon so pa so na ye mensin no ye kwadwuma no ifa pempa akese pa wo se make say in say bro emu amudua this enkatie say bi kwadwuma bi abodie ni bi bia no awo ne free a de ba say say akofa how kase pa brain na say te say ntra akropo de aba ni say asa feti market won suta ni fi say sade buy no eni ma ne medwem do bi eni so ne major source of income ena le si as no ni ena say ko no akase won so say obi wo na say o yare kra no a e de pa say obetimanya ka free obesia ba mampon mampona ye hospital and as a kumawu bi se bi ni ho enti yes aban se be se no ministry of works and housing o madaroma imagine na mo ye no na this how we na ba ye ke water project o mo ye no ma kumawu ni kono mo ye ni o how ye yakura ni se central ha na o be ye se dmaji no enso no mo ye kwa ye bi no o ma ye
and this year wono ewo suta kwa ma people so na bo Samuel Somua and e tin cancel so no atumbo se bridge dey hu pa na wo se ska mo be siesie so asabno ne budget kura so chase ska to omo ntimi nya to omo sra ban no achi na asabno be so omo so ewo ye afram so chichibon ho no so e de kakra so sentie
am approve from you ana abewu so ejaha ba ko de wu kojo e wa ha ba ko de timi di try we try no want me new hospital no here dey o free me akuafo ye wo afam so ha yemfo so na jana e wo enso yiri a yetimi enye dey enkonfo ye no ba na bibia sei na dawoma abai ye kasa na ya humabro ni binkotojo pa bicho on hwe we di madi aye eni ani brisema ye me di kasa ise onwo ye se de be ya e be bi se ne term be so no na waboa yetimi aye kwaye atimi di amaye ye problem me fan se ye face eno no hawa enso di abe de bebre kwa esan se o me ye enso wa hai o mo akumawuni na mpata mu na nya benum ye pesi enso kwa yenye binum nanso so enso problem yenye emu ha okese next day na no meeting sub committee meeting justice and security ni free ni kuma no pono nsia ni bedu anaka ni ha kai expense kwa ni yentu kan be se ko ame nanti bedu nso ya no ni bedu ha ka bi amaye ni ko bi se meeting ya pon na de america nyina ko wie se mpo de ye bedu kwa se nso ni se ya enchine kwa toba yenye bi ni edi obi ti ni za na bu ni je ne wo obi ni sam se ni je ne da ko to je ni nti ko bi sa de wo ton se je ni wo nti abesra ban se ohu ye mabo
ene so ona bu sa wo mo ewo ye afram so chichibon electoral area samle bebe so mo ho ene ti so mo so do ma no atumbo ni mo yo mo so mo sere titiru Ghana Water Company Limited fo mo ne aso ye hwe enyuma ne adansi akwani akwantempo mo nyina mo sere mo se mo meye mo se de be ya ewuo ni biem ensai ensibio
ye gina wo mo nsem so na nyumre nsem hodo a yesem fo falasa no kogya boso so ma ye no ye de ni nyina esie mo na se akwa ma ne hwuma adwuma fo nyina nana yawo yeboa e wo ho sanso en madam amasewa ampa for your reportage nanso ye da wono mo as Silas Paul ni Silas Paul ni Silas na wabo ni Paul de omai Silas na wabo ni no e de amaye ko ni sum so akwame fori aboache e wo ho no enwumere die ye technician AC wo double fashion center no DJ Bullet and we chinchi from ani nyina asom ye social media social Kelvin Mr. Kunu na nanipa wona he social media no eso akenkan fa wuti ye nkan e ye me rantie nua ba ma me e fom wa kafena mene
ajwa